has taken a particular interest in the case of Abu Qatada. He's currently in northern Iraq and is on the phone now. Are you concerned about this release?
Yes, hugely. There are three issues here. First of all, are we a sovereign country or are we not? And do we decide who remains in the country and who does not? Secondly, it is clear that the European Court is subverting the original founding principles of the European Convention of Human Rights, which, if you look at them closely, would perfectly allow us to remove Mr. Qatada and similar people to him from the United Kingdom. And thirdly, what about the human rights of those who wish to be protected from terrorism? It seems to be that all the focus is on Mr. Qatada and not on anyone else.
The arguments given by the European Court of Human Rights were that there was a risk that evidence obtained under torture would be used in the retrial of Abu Qatada if he were to be returned to Jordan.
Yes, but where do you draw the line? I mean, under that argument, you could have anyone from any country which has different legal systems to ours coming to the United Kingdom, and without us having any rights to remove those people.
Well, isn't there a big difference between a different legal system and evidence obtained under torture?
Well, as I say, the British government are entering into discussions with the Jordanian government to ensure that there is not torture practiced on Mr. Qatada if and when he is deported from the country. But as I go back to my original point, do we, as a sovereign country, have the right to decide who remains here? If we regard an individual as a threat to our national security, we should have the right to deport that individual.
So what do you think the Home Secretary should have done when faced with this ruling from the European Court?
Well, actually, I think the Home Secretary could not have done more, and she has, and her ministers have been working overtime to try and resolve this problem. The big issue, of course, is that the European Convention of Human Rights is now incorporated into British law, as done by the last government, so that the Home Secretary is not able to actually defy the law of the country, and that is understandable. What I do think needs to happen is that we need rapid reform of the European Court, because the European Court is subverting the original noble principles of the original European Convention. And if necessary, we should suspend our membership of the European Convention of Human Rights, reform the court, and then go back in to ensure that the court actually reflects the founding principles, and instead of doing the judicial activism that it's now taken upon itself.
Robert Halfon, many thanks.